So today we'll be talking about that how we can configure the local LLM. So we have chat GPTs, we have Claude, we have Gemini. So these are the UI interfaces of the underlying LLM, OpenAI, Anthropic, and others. When you're using these LLMs, cloud LLMs, if you're using free as well, they are have access to your data and they can use that data to train your models. If you want to use the advanced models or if you have exhausted the limit, you need to buy them. Or you want to avoid this scenario. Let's say you're working in a company and you don't want to share your data. When you are asking a code or a task to it, you don't want to share it in this open LLM because your data can be read and be misused. So you need to download the LLMs on your machine, on your local system. Also, it give you an unlimited execution power. In this session, we'll be talking about how you can download the LLMs on your system. So the most popular way is first you need to download the Ollama. So as you say, it's get up and running the large language models. You just visit their website and you can download it for your systems. So it is available for Mac, Linux, and Windows. So I have downloaded on my Windows machine. So you just click on download. So there would be an exe installed. You just click on it, and as a typical software is installed in a Windows, next, and it will be installed. Then you just open your command prompt and write Ollama. And if this window is coming, so it means that successfully installed. So it is a platform through which you can download various models. If I go to this website and click on the models, you can see that these are the various models available and you can use them. So as we have LLM, OpenAI, Anthropic, others, so there are many LLMs available. Let's say we from the DeepSeek, we can download the DeepSeek Llama. So this is from the Facebook. We have DeepSeek, many models available there, and you can download the model as per your use case. So if you need high embeddings, you need a vision control, like if you want your model to work on the visions that it's type of a snapshot it takes of the web, any tools or thinking models for R&D and deep analysis. So various models you can filter them. Also that each model is capacity of billion parameters. So what it means that as you can see here, so this is 1.1 GB and it is saying that it is trained on 1.5 billion parameters. If I go with this, that is 671 billion parameters it is trained on, while it is trained on 7 billion parameters. If you see this, it's 7 billion parameters is 671 billion parameters. But you can see how the space is. It is only consuming 4 GB, it is consuming 404 GB, 10 times greater than it. The more good your model is, it depends upon how many parameters it is trained on. Similarly, you will find for every model different models which are trained on different billion parameters. So now it depends on your system capacity. If you can run these models on your local system or you need a separate dedicated machine. From my experience, it is not possible to download and run so exhaustive models on your machine. It needs a very good CPU power. You can try running it small billion parameters on your system, but you want to go for higher precision and higher billion parameters, you need a sophisticated machines. Currently I have downloaded some. So if I say Ollama list, so currently I have downloaded three models with me, that is Mistral, Code Llama, and DeepSeek. Billion parameters, Mistral is of 7 billion parameters, Code Llama I'm using the latest one. And how you can download a model. So what you can do, if you need to download this, just click, let's say I want to download this 1.5. So just copy it and you just write Ollama full and the name. Once you write this, the latest will be downloaded on your system. So let's say I have already downloaded this. Let me run this. So it will try to install it. So it is already installed from my end. So it was successfully completed. Else it will take time as per your system capacity, because it needs to download GB of billion parameters to your system. Once it is downloaded and you do a list, you will get the list of the downloaded models in your system. Now, how to run this model? Let's say I want to run this DeepSeek, this model. So how I can run this? I can write Ollama run and my model name. Now it is open. So we have smaller version of ChatGPT in your system working locally. So let's say if I go and off my internet as well, so it will work. Let's say I type hi, it is working. I ask what is an SDET, right? So it is giving the answer. Even my net is off because it is now installed. It is running on my local system. As I'm using this machine and a lot of computation is being used on my system, so I can see my fan is running and my system is getting heat up more than usual. If I want to switch to another LLM, how I can do that? Let me do a control D to log out and let me run another model. Let's say I want to run this Mistral model. So I will copy this and let me write Ollama run this one. So what it will do, it will run the Mistral LLM on your machine. And this is a 7 billion parameters trained on. So it's a very large in terms of that. So definitely you will be getting good results in comparison to the DeepSeek, which was having only 1 billion parameters. So just consider here when I asked what is an SDET, it was not able to recognize that SDET we are talking about the automation testers. Let's see how it responds. What's the difference? So this was trained on 1 billion parameters. It was hallucinating. In AI word, if you ask a prompt and is not able to give the answer, we tell it it is hallucinating. And in this scenario, when we use 7 billion parameters model, it is able to identify that what is an SDET. It is a software development engineer in test, and it was giving the complete answer. Now, it might be the case that you are working with ChatGPT and working this prompt is not so user friendly, and you want an interface like ChatGPT to work with local LLMs. So let me tell you how you can get a UI interface so you can work with local element and it will feel like that you are working with ChatGPT only. So what you can need to do, you need to visit this Open WebUI and let me just go to their repository. So what they say, you can just read out it here that Open WebUI is an extensible feature and a user-friendly self-hosted AI platform designed to operate entirely offline. It supports various LLMs runners like Ollama and OpenAI compatible APIs. So it clearly says that you can run your Ollama and other models through a user interface. So it gives us steps how you can run it, but we will be going with Docker. If you are unaware of the Docker, just consider is that through the Docker, it is a closed environment which you can run the softwares. So if you don't have a Docker, just go to a Docker. So I'm using Windows, so you can just download Docker as per your system configuration and install it. Once install it, so once you restart your system and the Docker is installed, so you just open the Docker desktop, you just click on it, a window will open and similar thing you need to skip account creation is coming and you will land on this screen. So for your case this won't be showing up, else it will be an empty one. So what you need to do now, you need to just run this Docker. So just you need to just copy it and you just open your Chrome prompt and run this. So it is as easy as it is. So mine is giving an error because it is already has the container. With the Docker, it is helpful that in future anything is changing, it won't affect you and it will always be running. Now go to this Docker, you will now after running the command and it is installed, you will see this web UI container here. You just click on these three dots and you just say open with browser. So once you do this, so you will get a chat GPT type window here and now you can easily interact with your local LLMs. So before you were doing through command prompt and you can now directly interact with the UI interface similar to chat GPT. What you can do, you can just select any of the LLM which is installed on your system. So currently we have code Llama, Mistral and DeepSeek. So you can work with that. So let's see DeepSeek and just give a prompt, write a script file in Playwright using JavaScript of navigating to Google. Let's see how it works. So currently we are using DeepSeek, which is trained on 5 billion parameters. And let's do same thing. Let me open a chat GPT and let's draw it there. This is we are using chat GPT, a very good model Plus it is learning on cloud. It means that there's a very good GPU and the machine also where it will be run. So it is a combination of both your LLM and it how fast it can process. So let me just paste it here now. It's already been around more than half a minute it working on, and see, it has not completed and ChatGPT has given the solution, though we started it later, and it is ended while it is already working on it. Let me select the Mistral, or let's say Code Llama, latest one, and let's see how it responds now. Because you will be finding a different answer with different models. It depends upon how many parameters and how good the model and they are trained on. Before we use, I think, DeepSeek, and now we are using Code Llama. Now, how much time it is taking, it directly depend on the GPU of the machine I'm using. So since it is of 7 billion parameters trained on, so when I'm writing a query, it is searching a lot. So that's why you can see the speed is very slow in terms of DeepSeek we used. But definitely the reply would be more good in terms of DeepSeek. So how you can use the local LMs in your machine? You can just go to Ollama, you can download the software and then you can download the models. You can just download these models and use it in your cron prompt. If you need a UI interface for using the Docker, you can just do it from WebUI. Thank you.